Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Juan, and this is episode 2 of Sign Language with Juan. So, for those of you guys who are interested in learning sign language, this is the place to be. So every week, what I'll do is I will post a recap video of all the sign language that I have peppered in throughout the podcast episodes. So, with this being week number 2, what we have already under our belt are numbers 1 through 10. We have the first 6 letters of the alphabet and various words. Feel free to go back to episode 1 to review what we've covered thus far, and without further ado, we're going to jump right into episode 2. So episode 2, like episode 1, will be just a short video. It's not going to be the typical 45-minute to 1 hour podcast episode. This is literally a recap. So if you want further instruction, feel free to rewind and replay as many times as you need in order to feel comfortable with what it is that I'm showing you. Okay? I would encourage you guys to use your dominant hand. Typically, it's the hand you write with. In my case, it's the opposite hand. So whichever one is your dominant hand is the hand that you should move forward with when you're learning sign language, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Just give me 1 second to gather my information. I'll be right back. Okay, friends, so what we're going to do to start off, we are going to recap a little bit of information from episode 1, and then we'll go over everything in between episode 1 and now, and then I will leave you guys with a little bit of homework. So, let's cover 1 through 10, and then the first 6 letters of the alphabet. Okay, so let's start with the numbers. We have number 1, number 2, number 3, or 3, whichever's more comfortable for you. Some people have an issue with connecting these two and keeping your finger straight. That's fine. So then you can do this. Okay? So those are 2 options for 3. Next is 4. And then 5. And then 6. Thumb to the pinky. 6. 7. 8, 9, and then 10. So when we put all of that together, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Piece of cake. Okay? I'm going to probably continue to tell you guys. Feel free to rewind, replay, slow it down so you can see how everything is broken down, okay? So the next step in recapping some parts of episode 1 are the first 6 letters of the alphabet, A through F, okay? So let's start with letter A. So we're going to start with a fist, and then we're going to stick out our thumb. So that's letter A, okay? Next is letter B. So for letter B, what we want to do is put our hand out like this, and fold in our thumb. That's letter B. Letter C, we're literally just making a C with our hand. C. Next, for letter D, what we're going to do is we're going to take our thumb and our middle finger and make a little circle, just like that. And then we're going to take these last 2 fingers and fold them in. And then we're going to take our index finger and make sure it's straight up, just like that. So, D. And as you can see, the shape here is like a D. D. Next is E. So hand out, thumb in, and bend your fingers. That's E. And last but not least, for episode 1, is F. So we're going to hand out like this, and we're going to connect our thumb and our first finger into a circle, just like that. That's F. So when we put all that together, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. First 6 letters. So there's that. Okay, so now we're going to start digging into what we covered during the podcast this week. Okay, so just a little bit of a recap. We had the colors. We had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, the colors of the rainbow. And then we had knit, crochet, and yarn. We had light, we had dark, and then we had coffee, tea, and water. So, let's get all of the other ones outside of the colors out of the way first, okay? So let's start with coffee. So let me slide back. So coffee. Make two fists, put them on top of one another, and go around in a circle. Coffee. And again, make sure you're saying it with your mouth, because deaf mutes who are reading the sign language from another person, what they're doing actually is watching your mouth, and then the hand gestures are peripheral visions. So they don't look directly at the hands, they look at the mouth. And this is peripheral, and it goes together. They're taught how to do that, okay? So, coffee. Okay, again, two fists on top of one another in a circular motion. Coffee. Next, tea. So you're going to make a little teacup with your hand, just like that, okay? Little cup. Take your hand, make a letter F, and this now becomes the tea bag. And dip the tea bag in the tea. You're going to say tea. Again, make a mug, make a little coffee cup, do a letter F. You're going to turn that around and make it into a tea bag. Tea. All right? And next is water. So you're going to make a W. This is a letter W in sign language. Or in our case, it can be a number 3, right? So this is W. What you want to do is you want to hit your chin with that. Just like this. Water. Water. And you just tap. You don't want to do it just once. It's a continuous motion. Very light, nothing hard. Water. And you want to do that as long as you're saying the word. You don't want to go water. No. You just go water. And then you're finished after your voice is done. Okay? So coffee, tea, and water. Next we have light and dark. Okay? And this can be applied towards anything. Like a light room, a dark room, a light color, a dark color, anything. So for light, we're going to take our middle fingers, just stick them out like this, okay? And then we're going to bring them down to like the midpoint of our chest, and you don't have to touch your body or anything. You just go like this. Do like a half moon or a half circle. Light. 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 Okay? And then for dark, you're going to have two hands out like this, turn them around so that your palms are facing you, and then you're going to do a V, and you're going to say dark at the same time. So you're going to go dark, dark. Okay? So again, light, dark. All right. So now we have knit, crochet, and yarn. So for knit, these are your knitting needles. So you're going to make a little teepee with your knitting needles. And for knit, you just go around in a circle one time. Knit. Knit. And then for knitting, you're going to continuously do that. Knitting. Knitting. Okay? Next is crochet. So for crochet, you're going to do one of these numbers. Okay? So make a fist, point your first finger out, and your thumb goes up, just like that. Take this hand, do the same thing, bring it over here, lay the two fingers on top of one another, okay? Lay them on top, and then take the top one and just go like this. This is your hook. This is your work. Crochet. Now, when you take this finger, this hook, and you move it along your work, you go like this, you're doing crochet, or crocheting, sorry. You're crocheting. But if you keep it in place, crochet. Okay? So let's recap that one more time, just so that I feel comfortable letting you go with that information. So TP with your knitting needles. Around one time is knit. Knit. And then multiple times knitting. Knitting. And then crochet. Do this. Lay them on top of one another. Your top one is your hook. You're just keeping it right there. Crochet. For crocheting, you're going to slide down your work. Just slide it down. Crocheting. Okay? And last but not least, we have yarn. So hold your hands like this, bring them down, okay? And then on top of one another. And you want to say yarn. Okay? Just wrap it around like we're doing a ball. Yarn. So those are all of the words that we covered this week outside of the colors. Okay? So, again, rewind, slow down, all the things. Okay? And don't rush yourself. Feel very comfortable with it before moving on. And I would actually encourage you to come back and rewatch and all that. Okay? So now we're going to do the colors of the rainbow. All right? So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And as I said last time, when you're doing colors, a lot of the colors are just the first letter of the color, and then you shake it out. There are some that you can't do that with, and I'm going to show you in 1 second. So first, red. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to take your first finger here. You're just going to go like this. Red. You don't have to like touch yourself like this. You can just do it away from your chin, just as long as you're saying the word. Red. Okay? Red. Red. Next is orange. So orange, you're going to squeeze right here at your chin, like you're squeezing an orange at your chin. So you're going to say orange. 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 Okay? Next is yellow. So yellow, we're going to do a letter Y in sign language. This is letter Y. See? And what you're going to do is you're going to shake it. Yellow. Yellow. Remember, deaf people look at your mouth first. This is peripheral vision. They put it together, and that's how they get the word. Yellow. Okay? Next is green. So you're going to make a fist, stick out your thumb, stick out your first finger, just like that. And you're going to shake it like you're turning a key. Green. Green. I'm just going around like this. Green. Okay? Next is blue. Blue, we're using letter B. So if you remember, letter B, you put your hand out, you're going to fold your thumb in. That's letter B. And then for colors, blue, you're going to shake that out. Blue. Okay? Remember, say the word as you're doing it. And when you stop talking, you stop signing. It goes hand in hand. Okay? Blue. Next, purple. So purple's a little tricky because letter P, right? So we're going to shake out letter P. So to do letter P, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand, bring down these three fingers here. Bring them down to about the halfway point, and then put your thumb right in between. Okay? So we're not going down like this. You just keep it like this. Okay? So pointer finger up, middle finger down, thumb in between, and shake it. Purple. Purple. Okay? So when we put all of that together, okay, this is going to take a little practice, but I feel very confident that with practice you will get this. Okay? It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Do it again. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Okay? So, again, just play around with it. You know, familiarize yourself. Look at something that's red and be like, that is red. And you can just point at it like, that is red. That is blue. You know, practice with yourself. Point at things, you know, to help yourself out a little bit. Because the more you're able to identify the sign with what the color is, physically, you'll speed through this. Okay? So now, I'm going to leave you guys with some homework. Okay? So, I'm going to leave you guys with 5 letters this time, G through K, and then we're going to do 11 through 15. Okay? So, we're going to start with G-H-I-J-K. So G, like green, right? Make a fist, stick out your thumb, stick out your first finger. That's green, right? But for letter G, you're just going to keep it still. G. And remember, say it when you're finger spelling. G. All right? For H, there's two ways to do it. I'm going to teach you the way that I do it in the house, and then I'm going to teach you textbook. So we do it here. So you stick out your two fingers straight up like this, hold all the rest of them, and then you whip it around like this. So imagine writing a letter H. Two lines and then a line across, right? So these are your two lines, and then whip it across. H. So the new way is they just hold H like this to the side. I will tell you that a lot of the younger crowd, the deaf mutes who need sign language, that are younger, they go like this. The old school, it's this. Okay, so the easier way is just doing this. The new kids nowadays, they know what this is. So if you're doing this, they'll get it. And if not, you can just say H. They'll pick it up. Okay? H. Next is letter I. So I, simple, make a fist, stick up your pinky. I. That's just letter I. Okay? Next is J. So we're going to leave off with I, right? For J, leave the pinky up, and you're going to go down and draw a J. So J. And next is letter K. So it's like purple, right? Except you're just doing this, keeping it still. You're not moving it. K. So let me recap this with you. So we have G, H, I, J, K. Okay? So feel free to rewind and replay because it can get tough if you're not practicing. So G, H, I, J, K. All right? So that is homework for next week. We will recap that and do all the things, okay? So now 11 through 15. Okay, so hold your hand like this with your palm facing you, okay? This part of your hand should be facing out. Okay, so for 11, you're going to do just like that. Do two ones. 11. You're going to say it. 11. For 12, 12. You're going to pop those two fingers up twice, just like 12. Now 13, you're going to do like this. Here's 3, and you're going to fold the top two down, but everything is facing you. So 13. Okay? 13. Now 14, you're going to do a letter B, turn it towards you, 14. And then 15, thumb out, 15. Okay? So let's recap that. Okay? So 11, again, your hand needs to be facing you. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay? I feel like I need to do that again. Hold on. So if you see me this way, it might help you a little bit. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 is like, come here. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Okay? Piece of cake. I said this probably 5 or 6 times already, but please rewind me, replay me, slow me down so you can see where my fingers are at. Take your time. Sign language is not learned overnight. It takes practice like everything else, just like our crochet and knitting and all the things, okay? So with that, I leave you with all the things, okay? We're just going to put all the tools in our toolbox, and when and if needed, you'll have it there to use at your disposal, okay? So, okay, my friends, so that is all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit those notifications so that you can stay updated with all the things regarding me and my channel. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.